Guys, what was the sidekick? No, really, this episode was supposed to give a first impression of Sonic Boom, but no other episode has this vibe. I mean, dramatic scenes, character-focused plots, Amy being a fun, carefree character instead of a PG version of an adult sitcom mom. In order to truly convey the strangeness of this episode, I need to compare it to another episode of another show with a similar plot. Enter Adventures. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Boom at their cores are very similar shows. They're both episodic shows that rely heavily on wacky humor and light stories.
No drama, keep it episodic.
But these shows also both have episodes that bring Sonic and Tails' relationship to the forefront, for better or for worse. Today, we'll be discussing why Adventures' Tails' new home succeeds, while Boom's The Sidekick falters, in terms of accurately depicting their relationship. Both episodes start almost exactly the same way, with Tails getting badly injured in a fight. In Tails' new home, Sonic is horrified and ashamed. He decides to find a new family for Tails, where he'll be safe from further harm. In The Sidekick, Sonic executes that same concern, so he fires Tails. Wait, what? I first watched this episode as a child with the most disgusting palate imaginable. Like, the bar was on the floor in terms of what I considered quality entertainment, and even I felt this was a little off. Now, we first have to address the fact that in Boom, Sonic and Tails have a very different dynamic than that of Adventures. 90s Tails is much younger and more naive, and his relationship with Sonic is at times closer to a child-guardian dynamic. The flashback here also implies that they haven't really known each other long. So here, it's natural for Sonic to try and find him a new home because he's such a young and inexperienced guardian. While in Sonic Boom, Tails is older and their relationship is as we know it today, with them being more like brothers who have similar levels of emotional maturity despite their age gap. Tails is Sonic's sidekick, sure, but in the relationship, Sonic and Tails are equals. This is why Sonic firing Tails kinda feels weird. It kinda shows a lack of respect. I always thought if modern Sonic thought Tails was in danger, he'd at least try and come to a compromise. Here he just heads out, and it feels a little thoughtless, even in a comedy show. In the modern world, Tails has always been there for Sonic. He's even saved him multiple times. Even in Boom, he's established as a formidable, competent hero. And, although they're often referred to as a hero and sidekick duo, they're really not that at all. They're both heroes that complement one another's strengths and compensate for each other's weaknesses. Oh yeah, and they're brothers. So it feels a bit demeaning to take this whole boss/employee angle. Yes, I know that's the joke, but I'm on a roll, so be quiet. Throughout Tails' new home, we see Sonic genuinely caring about Tails' well-being, but also how crushed he is at the prospect of leaving him. It all culminates in this ending wholesome speech.
I got the best.
Yeah? Where?
A family's just people who care about each other more than anyone else, right?
Right.
You're it. You're my mom, you're my dad, and you're my picket fence.
This moment is the payoff for the rest of the episode. Tails' new home, while obviously comedic and a bit of a fever dream, ultimately focuses on Sonic and Tails' relationship. It's sweet, and you feel the wholesomeness between them. The sidekick also focuses on the relationship, but it kind of feels wrong that they don't go back on the fired lingo at the end. The episode emphasizes the relationship not as that of brothers, but that of an employee/boss relationship, as I said before. It lends an off vibe to the episode, and the jokes they're telling with it don't really fit with these characters. And that's a bad impression for a first episode. Not to mention the other issues with this thing, the tonal whiplash in this episode is kind of incredible. It starts off lighthearted enough, and you're like, okay, this is a nice little comedy series, maybe a little like Adventures, and boom! Tails is unconscious, and we get this gravely serious scene. Moreover, this isn't just a tonal mess within itself, it's a tonal mess within the rest of the series. As I mentioned before, this episode is a bit of an outlier in the Sonic Boom series. No other episodes have this type of feel. Meanwhile, Tails' new home is consistent all the way through. It has jokes and weird slapstick, but it sprinkles in the more serious moments while still keeping the mood light. The sidekick goes from 0 to 100 and then back to 0 with the tryout shenanigans, which honestly makes the weird boss/employee angle feel all the more jarring. This scene is like something you'd see in a well-written Forces fanfiction, with angst and hurt, comfort, and drama, and it's immediately followed up with this wacky Y7 plot that wouldn't be out of place in Teen Titans Go. No, that's too easy. That wouldn't be out of place in insert run-of-the-mill kids cartoon here. Now, I'm not a big fan of Sonic Boom or Adventures, but ultimately, Tails' New Home works because it's tonally consistent and tells a believable, heartwarming story of our two leads. The sidekick, meanwhile, it's a tonal mess that paints Sonic and Tails' relationship in a rather unsettling light. Tails' New Home is a diamond in the rough, and, well, the sidekick is just rough. I've literally never seen anyone talk about either of these episodes, so let me know what y'all are thinking. Again, I just enjoy overanalyzing Sonic content, so don't take this too seriously. And that's a wrap! Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for 400 subs. I cannot believe it. Wow. Today's shout out goes to Danganronpa and Prepara All-Star 64. I'm so sorry, I definitely butchered that. But this person is amazing. They make cool Sonic content, and they're just a really wholesome person in general. Go check them out. So that's it for this video, y'all. Have an amazing day.